perfectly legal. It won't take a lot to dislodge it. Guruli, on the other hand, looks like he's not spent any time in the ring at all. Boxed in the World Championships 2 years ago, Guruli got to the round of 16. Brown, a World Youth Champion back in 2012 at 64 kilos. As a senior at 69 kilos, he's found his path into the #1 spot, blocked by Roniel Iglesias. It's as simple as that. Iglesias moving up to 69 kilos post London 2012 and has stayed there ever since. So the redrawing of the weight categories for this World Championships was just music to Brown's ears, because Iglesias boxed at 71 kilos going out in the preliminary round after a very, very early head clash. And it's meant that he's had the opportunity here, Brown, to box at 67. He's in the blue of Cuba, Guruli of Georgia in the red. Good feet there from Guruli. Brown closed in, he backed up, no problem. Left to the body there from Brown. Operating off the back foot for the most part so far. Guruli couldn't quite land on him there. Nice jab there from Brown. Looking for the long one too there, Brown. Fell short with it. Guruli almost made him pay for that. He'd taken the feet back well, stayed out of distance, but still easily close enough to counter him, and couldn't quite land that right hand. Just over a minute remaining in round one, and Guruli just hasn't really been able to land on Brown yet. Brown skirting around the edge of the ring has got through with some clean shots. Not loads, but enough. Rolando Acebal in the Cuban corner. Closing few seconds of round one. Blurring hand speed on the inside there from Brown. Landed a right hand and then a left hand as he was pulling back. Right hand on the inside there again. Guruli coming forward in that round, trying to apply that educated pressure. I don't think did a bad job of it actually. He got into some reasonably good positions, but Brown's won that round. I think I can say that without any fear of contradiction. 10-9s across the board. Totally comfortable on the back foot. And the problem he's got, Guruli, is that when he does get up close, Brown's fine with that. He's fine with it. Because he trusts those reflexes, those defences, and his ability to beat him to the punch. Guruli decided from the front of the foot, really, to get onto the front foot. I've seen him box off the back foot quite a lot in his first 3 fights. I think Guruli's got to try and maybe get Brown to come to him, try that out, see if that works a little bit better, because on the basis of the first round, this policy I don't think is going to work. He's not really what you would describe as a pressure fighter, Guruli. He's not done that in his opening 2. And this doesn't really suit him, trying to walk Brown down and land a couple of big bombs like he did there. He's looked nice and loose in this competition so far, but when he's getting onto the inside, he's so desperate to make it count that he's tightening up, which isn't something I've seen from him so far. Got that funny habit, Brown, of just pushing the gum shield out to the front of his mouth at times. Nice jab there from Brown. Right hand. Just coming a bit square there, Guruli, as he was attempting just to hem Brown in on the ropes. I was saying earlier on today and a few times during the tournament, well, the cut on the corner of that left eye, I think, has maybe opened up a little bit again there for Brown. There's a dab of blood on that right cheekbone, certainly. What I was saying is that you have this dynamic to a fight quite often. You've got one fighter on the front foot, the other on the back foot, but there's a massive difference between the fighter on the front foot pushing the other fighter back and making them uncomfortable and really bringing it to them. There's a huge difference between that and the fighter on the back foot being on the back foot because that's where they want to be and they're happy there. And that's what we've got here. If he had to step into the middle of the ring and do this the other way, Brown could. But Guruli's decided to try and walk him down. And so he's happy to do it that way instead. He's just barely been able to land the glove on Brown, Guruli. He's missed by fractions at times. Right hand did get through there. Just threw that left foot out quite wide and landed the right hand. Little look between the two of them at the end of the round. Brought the pressure more effectively in that second round, Guruli, but I still thought that was a Brown round. He picked his punches better off the back foot. Three of the judges go for Guruli there, though, and that is key, because that means that we've got this scenario again, the 3-2 scenario. 3 drawn cards, 2 cards in favour of the Cuban, 20 points to 18, so Guruli's in this. He got that split scoring and absolutely critical. He got it 3-2 rather than 2-3. So if he can win this final round with those 3 judges who've got it level, then as we know very, very well, because we've had the situation so many times, then he will go through. He did get through more in that second round. He had more success. It was a better round. I didn't think it was enough to win it, but 3 of the judges did, and that's what matters. So Guruli in the red of Georgia up against Brown in the blue of Cuba, and this still in the balance. Brown has got the advantage because he only needs that 1 drawn score to be converted to a win for him. Couple of jabs there from Brown. The second one landed. Guruli getting on top of him there, but got too close. The right hand slipped over Guruli's shoulder. Both of them being spoken to about holding there. And again, same story for Guruli. Just little quick short steps, but got too close, and the right hand went over the shoulder. Brown, I think, landed a right hand as Guruli was on the way in there. Given what happened with the scoring in the second round, I do think Brown has maybe got to put his foot to the floor a bit in this final round, put his stamp on it again like he did in the first. Nice right hand on the inside there from Brown. Jab wasn't clean there from Brown, and ends up on his back as Guruli just bundled into him. Bit messy this third and final round so far. Not been a lot clean landed, but what has been landed clean, I think, has come from the fighter in blue. Guruli, though, with that good pressure. That was a decent right hand there from Guruli. Just stepped in, shortened that one up. I think that one landed. Turning southpaw there, Brown. He hasn't done that too much in this fight. Just over a minute to go. Nice clean right hand there from Brown. A body attack as well. The Georgian corner off their feet there, cheering. I think they felt that Guruli landed one in the middle of that. Not from what I saw, he didn't. Lead right hand there from Guruli, who has just come forward again in this third and final round. And as I was saying, given what happened with the scoring in the second round, this is not over. Three of the judges preferred Guruli in the second. I thought the cleaner punching came from Brown, but he was applying that pressure. He's done that again in the third round, and this, I think, is a similar round to the second. I still think Brown has won this round. I think he's won all 3 rounds. I think he's punched cleaner, he's punched better. But the fact that 3 judges went Guruli's way in the second round, well, that seems to be the opinion of the Georgian corner, that if he won the second round, then he's going to go on have won the third round here, and that he's going to go through. Not for me. Not for me. He was on the front foot. He was bringing the heat. He was doing everything he could. He did land some decent shots, but the clean punching, albeit all off the back foot in that fight, I thought came from Kevin Brown of Cuba. He needs one of those 3 drawn cards. Guruli needs all 3 of them. They're absolutely convinced, the Georgian corner. Absolutely convinced. Well, Guruli gets it. Guruli gets it because 4 out of the 5 judges have gone his way in that final round. So it's 30 points to 27 on one card for Kevin Brown, 29-28 for the Cuban on another, and 29-28 for the Georgian. So he gets the victory. I don't agree with that myself, but that's the verdict that has been returned. 3-2 split. They were absolutely convinced at the end there. For me, the cleaner punching actually in every round came from the Cuban, but Guruli was on the front foot. He was rolling forward. He was always looking to get his work done. He was proactive, and he did land some punches. He did land some punches. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm not saying he didn't have his successes, because he did. And he had that forward momentum. And as I say, judges often, they prefer the fighter on the front foot, but what this is really about is who lands what, who lands the more telling, cleaner punches, and I thought that was the man in the blue corner. But it's the red that's got it. Guruli goes through.